There they come! Hey, you guys all right?
I recognize this. I'm dead set on screwing this place up, too.
Seems pointless, though. Gotta leave it on forever. And the pylons. Else the air just drifts off.
Salutations. This unit's primary function is excavator. Owner, Hephaestus Mining Corporation. Other functions include dialogue, limited current active commands, excavation. That is all? Negative. The presence or absence of human operators does not impact this unit's assigned directive. This unit achieves perfection by fulfilling its directive.
There's something right soothing about having a job and doing it proper. If you want to keep working, little guy, I say you do it.
You know, it's a crying shame that auto mechanicals can't get drunk. Or laid. This thing needs both.
This unit has now exhausted its available library of opinions about excavation. Thank you for...
And we're alive. That queen ain't gonna go down easy. What's up? Outstanding. These ought to be enough. There's an old base I used to call home. I can get us in the door, but we'll have to shoot our way through the Queen's brood to get to the center. We'll set the bait there. Password to the door is Charon. Hayes' idea. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, Nyoka. Charon. He said it was some old myth. Something about death and all the things we killed. Rest of us just thought it sounded cool, so here we are.
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
case I did not impress it upon you before.
You ever been off Monarch, Mioka? Before you met the captain, I mean. No.
You look like a woman.
Sebastian, you ever get your hands on those pheromone sacs? Manipillars ain't gonna hunt themselves, you know.
I must have hunted a dozen, but I couldn't find a single sack on any of them. Must be looking in...
Manipillars ain't got pheromone sacs. I just told him that so he'd stop asking me for advice.
At least I'm getting a good haul of claws in the process. You're in good hands. Traveling with monarchs.
Good old Stellar Bay. Only place on the planet that don't stink of sulfur. On account of it stinking like fish instead. Whew. Here we go. I haven't set foot in here since. Well, this is the spot. You know, I thought I'd be angry. I thought I'd storm in here in a rage and exterminate all these bugs and everything would be all right in the end. But I ain't. I'm mostly just empty. A little sad, maybe. The first night Hayes and I spent in here, we knew it was home. It's safe. It's got a nice chill to it. But mostly, it doesn't stink of sulfur. Monarch folks often joke about it. Not because of the smell or the grittiness it leaves in your throat. Not because of the headaches or the coughing. It's because there's no escaping it. It's life here, and there ain't anything you can do about it. But here, somehow the sulfur never made it. The nights we spent in here felt like vacations. So we started building. We hauled in steel, hired sublight folk to help. That's how we met Anders and Opal. They stuck around after our contract was up. Opal liked camping. Anders liked chasing her tail. 4 of us for a while, scraping together what bits we could to build our home. Then came Rebecca, a sawbones out of the Cascadia survivors, who took a kindness to Hayes. And Clara, her little sister. I'll admit I wasn't keen on taking her on at first, but for a teenager, she was surprisingly capable. More like attached at the hip to her older sister. Got a kind of strength between them, I suppose. She had a head for numbers, helped us trade hides for food and materials, negotiated contracts. Turned out to be mighty useful. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, and me. 6 folks, 1 name, 1 family, Charon. Despite Monarch trying to kill us day in and day out, we managed to belong.
No! That's the last of them!
I wish these were more auspicious circumstances, but at least we're all here. This bringing them together, burying them. This is the kind of thing Hayes would have done. That makes it stupid. By all accounts, we should have left well enough alone, but that also makes it right. Captain, thank you. You mind if we rest a spell before we head out? I'd like to bury Opal and Clara proper before I lay everyone's medallions to rest. What? Why? Them's painful memories, Captain. Huh. That ain't a bad point. All right, Captain. Thanks. You know, I'd been assuming this entire stay on your ship thing isn't a permanent arrangement. Part of my contract? That said, you ain't been eaten or shot to death yet. Says a lot about the stability of your future. And to be honest, I'm about sick of sleeping on bar stools. So how's about this? You keep letting me stay on that ship of yours, and I'll keep shooting at the things you point at. Outstanding.
The groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar, shipped in and out with.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Fudge. A soft, sour, candy shell pepper, sweet purpleberry flavored scented.
It get cooler in here?
C&P Borstwurst. It's not the worst.
That gas is going to make us a fucking mint. 120-some cubic meters of it. At 1,000,000 bits a pop. Take this. You've earned it. When we get buyers lined up, I'm gonna buy a gold toilet to shit in. You're goddamn right. Monarch isn't exactly a walk down the lanes of Byzantium. But here you are with all your limbs attached. Call me impressed, contractor. No one you saw, anyway. Glad to see you're looking out for yourself. You've been keeping busy. I hear you took on some extra work at Fallbrook. Catherine sounds pleased as a pig in shit over cornering the Borst markets. Hey, when you were at the slaughterhouse, those swine didn't give you any strange looks, did they? Like they were hanging on to your every word, scheming. And when you turned around, maybe they just oinked like innocent little idiots. You talk that way to your last boss? Consider yourself on notice. That attitude has no place in a legitimate business like mine. I'm probably getting worked up over nothing. Just try not to think about pigs. You never know, you know? I've got a lot on my mind, but I have another job line. You're gonna salvage me a space station. Heliospheric Research Station 1084, to be exact. I want it. Cobwebs and all. Interested?
How big we talking? Not like groundbreaker big, right?
This opportunity won't come around again, Captain. Here, this override bypass should get you into the station's systems where you can plant my flag. And one last thing. When you get there, make sure you aren't followed. We wouldn't want that. I'm on the heels of something big. Play your cards right and I'll clue you in, but right now, just be careful.
CNP Borst pockets can be macromed in 2.5 seconds. Borst pockets. Rizzo's slap your whole family tonight.
Wish they'd let us off. Thought I saw some. What do you think you're doing? I don't want any trouble out of you.
Quietly now.
CNP near maple syrup. This beer is incredible. A soft, sour candy shell around a sweet purple-berry flavored center. Suck it, chew it, you can do it.
Hey, bounty hunter. You're welcome here anytime. Do I look like your gossipy best friend? While I'm on post, I take my duties real serious. Then get to business.
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. What can Chief Tennyson don't generally hire outsiders for station jobs, but you could try asking at Sublight Salvage. Anything else? We can't just let anyone walk in here. You have done a lot for us, Captain. I'll talk to the Commandant about scheduling a thank you tour for you. Maybe... All right, I guess. In and out, though.
There it is. Just yank the drive, and I'll do the rest. Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up.
What can Groundbreakers... Chief Junlei Tennyson. Her family's worked on it for...
Rizzo's mock apple cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your radio.
If it isn't my favorite... Only the usual. Marauders all over space. You ever wonder how folk who can't figure the bleeding edge technology of a spoon can match?
Finally, someone turned on the air. Need directions? Try an engineer. Groundbreaker's a bit of a...
pattern for a birth shorter.
Still getting acquainted? Damnable thing about living on a space station. No pigeons to feed.
It's almost time for today's episode. Straight to the point. Ask the common folk, and they'll tell you it's on account of all the monsters on Monarch, just because that's what the board tells. I think they made some fool mistake that would make them look bad to the rest of the colony, and they're trying to hide the evidence. Those board folk are real prideful-like. Never want you looking behind the curtain. But old Gladys knows the score. The whole colony's not much more than a diorama. That's why we gotta keep them from getting their grubby mitts on Groundbreaker.
Hello. Now, is there some... Take care.
Keep hanging around. What can I... You...
You won't get any mercy from me.
Smells awful, and not all of it's mine. I'll die. Thank you, stranger. Shit, ain't that a relief? You have no idea how good the air on Groundbreaker smells until you've been trapped in a tiny bathroom with an overflowing toilet. Thanks again, friend. What usually happens on this partially pressurized rust bucket? Something broke. Well, actually 2 things broke. First, the damn toilet overflowed. When I came to clean that up, the damn door decided to close and lock on me. Time stood still. I was aware of nothing but the smell. Ugh, could have been days. Ah, shit. That means I haven't clocked out in days. Song is gonna have my ass for wage theft.
done. Incoming! Don't mess with us.
Have you seen this man? Reward offer for information used in the capture of local terrorists in East Clouds. Report.
Ooh, you're here. Everything I sell is fresh from... Not me, but it's in my blood. After the crossing, my family worked Eridanos, indentured to the corporations. I was born into corporate labor, but I'm the first one of my family to buy my way out. That's why I settled on Groundbreaker. It's the last bastion of freedom.
Tossball series? I know you were trying to...
This is Halcyon News.
Smell that fresh air? Almost better.
CNP Borston Baked Beans. When you need to eat and run, Borston Baked Beans.
Board rep's office used to be in the docking bays?
Yeah, about 10 years back. That was before Medford negotiated for a bigger office on the promenade.
Must be good at his job.
Better than the last. Between you and me, though, he works twice as hard for himself as he does for the board.
Prerogative of management. Still, there's a lot more.
Rizzo Purple Berry Crunch. Orchel Flakes and Purple Berry flavored Power Nuggets. Now with 12% more crunch.
Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities? Oh, it's nothing. I suppose I really didn't have much faith in actually finding him. Was a bit of a long shot, wasn't it?